Welcome to episode 1304, Adolf Merckle, and two other suicide billionaires. I'm learning. I once thought suicide billionaires are very rare, but it's not true. These are the other two billionaires who committed suicide. First, V.G. Siddhartha, the coffee king of India. Please watch episode 588 of this channel. The next is Jesse Livermore, top trader of Wall Street. Please watch episode 2 of this channel. This is an outline of episode 1304. On a cold January day in 2008, Adolf Merckle threw himself into a speedy train and died. He left behind a suicide note, a wife, and 4 children. He was 74. This is a picture of his widow and 4 children. One of his children, Ludwig Merckle, is worth $5.9 billion in December 2021 after inherited his wealth. End of this video, I'm going to evaluate, is it worth it? I mean, the suicide. He was born in 1934 in Dresden, Germany. His family was wealthy. His grandfather owns a wholesale chemical company. He was educated as a lawyer. In 1967, at the age of 33, he took over his family business, just 80 employees. How he built his empire, first with generic drug, then with cement, and then by acquiring many small companies
in the world. He founded Ratiopharm, a maker of generic medicines that became a recognized brand itself. In 2000,
one of VEM's most significant investments was a multi-billion-dollar stake in Heidelberg Cement, a German-based international building materials company. In the beginning, this seemed to be a great investment. During the global real estate boom of the early 2000s, there was massive demand for cement for construction of new real estate projects. To take further advantage of the booming cement industry, Heidelberg acquired the British cement company Hanson plc for £8 billion, or roughly $15 billion.
It's how he got into trouble and the Volkswagen ShortSqueeze.
A panic dash for the exit began. This was one of the most extreme short squeezes in Wall Street history. In the midst of the great financial crisis, Volkswagen briefly became the biggest company in the world. Merckle lost around $500 million in the short squeeze. In addition, the credit crunch hit his corporate empire hard.
Adolf Merckle's suicide. Is it worth it? Here are 6 lessons. Lesson 1. He committed suicide in the middle of a panic and anxiety when he was faced with creditors and bankers. Not a good time to make a decision. And 2, gross miscalculation. He still has plenty of assets. Some put it at $6 billion at the time of his death. Lesson 3, he still had a lovely residence, living like a king. Here's a picture of his residency. Lesson 4, he still has his family at the time of his death. He still has a wife and 4 children who love him. Lesson 5, look at what happened to his son, Ludwig Merckle, in 2021. Lesson 6, the problem of born rich. From my perspective, he's just spoiled and doing the unnecessary. He didn't have to commit suicide. That's my conclusion. You might disagree with me. Please let me know. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave your questions and comments below. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.